Hello, this is the TradeSite U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview and Domestic Economic Data Roadmap for the week beginning Monday, the 20th of April, 2020, ending Friday, the 24th. Held off until Sunday to do this recording so we could see where the futures are opening at least. Of course, it doesn't mean anything. It could still change overnight, but at the moment, we've got a small gap down. ES down 20 and the NQs down about 45, 50 points. To start the week out. So let's go through everything. Here's the ES front month futures contract, the daily chart of the broad market futures form. We closed out Friday 9 candles up, so we've completed a startup phase. The 9 candle down was the low back a few weeks back, so never got back up to the green static trend line, and we will just have to see what that means. Let's go through the daily charts first. Crude oil, $17.21, making new lows here. Again, on crude oil, it's just amazing. Gold down $8.70. S&P cash gained 75. Here's the fibs on the S&P. So we never got back, or we still haven't gotten back to the 62% retracement, which is a common point to get to. If you look at the NASDAQ 100, though, it did get back there and higher so far. It also just completed the 9-bar startup phase. So that's often a topping out point. So we'll see. We've gotten a reasonable bounce off of some of these things, but it doesn't feel like that makes a lot of sense for what's really going on out there. The SOX up 14. By the way, I saw an article this weekend, record bets on the short side of the market right now. Biotech, now this does make some sense, obviously, up 167 points on Friday. New highs on biotechs, obviously a lot going on medically trying to solve some of the problems. Russell 2000 back up 51. On Friday, but still hanging way back down near the lows. Small business, not the priority right now. The VIX down $1.96 to 38.15. The trend closed at 0.81. That puts the 10-day moving average at 1.13. NASDAQ volume was 4.3 billion shares. Now remember, Friday was options expiration, so you get some extra volume in there that's not real. So it really was kind of a waste of a day, as you'll see in a minute. The advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ plus 1945. More stocks up than down on the New York plus 2060. Google gains 21.5 points, new highs for the last month. Apple down $3.89. It made it about halfway back from the lows. Netflix down 16.21, but very much near highs for the year. Amazon down 33.19, also basically at highs for the year. Tesla up $8.68. Facebook up $2.99. The Goldman Sachs up 645. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down $2.28. The Dow was up 704, back to 24,000 and change. All right, let's look at the intra-week action. So we'll go to 10-minute candles so we can see. Oops, that is not that. 10-minute candle so we can see all of last week. So Monday we kind of opened flat. We went lower, came back a bit. Tuesday gapped up, held it, and closed at the highs of the day. Wednesday gapped back down and filled the gap from the prior session. Basically closed right where we opened, which is kind of the theme all week, by the way. This is the problem with this last week. Although we ended up closing out higher for the week, Monday's open to Monday's close very similar. Tuesday did close a bit higher than it opened. Wednesday closed right where it opened. Thursday closed right where it opened. Friday closed right where it opened. So the intraday action was just horrible. It makes it very tough to trade. When you look at the NASDAQ side, what do you get? Pretty much the same thing. Actually, the gap up Tuesday held better. Wednesday was not the big down day. But really, from Tuesday to Friday, there was not a lot going on. This wasn't the most exciting week we've seen, for sure. All right, in terms of economic data that's coming out this week, let's take a look. We have nothing on Monday. Existing home sales at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. Housing price index at 9 a.m. on Wednesday. And crude oil inventories at 10:30. Thursday at 8:30, the initial and continuing unemployment numbers, jobless claims numbers. 9:45 flash manufacturing and services PMI. 10 o'clock new home sales. 10:30 natty gas. And on Friday, we got durable goods and then revised University of Michigan sentiment. So kind of a limited week for news in terms of economic news, but obviously a lot going on, and we will just trade it and see what happens. So right now, we've got a gap down for the morning, but that could change. We'll check it out in the room starting 15 minutes before the bell. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading week.